Hey guys,
Hello.
and welcome back to Games HUD's E3 coverage. We have
Woo.
just come off the back of the Microsoft Conference.
Yes, we have.
It ended about 20 minutes ago. So, how
What
did
do we
you
think?
feel it went, Rich?
Um, yeah, okay. I'm a little bit underwhelmed, but there's some really good announcements in there.
Yeah,
Some definite stuff to look forward to.
yeah,
Um, really chuffed about Halo.
yeah, that's cool.
We've kind of been saying all along we really wanted that. So great to see that they're going to do all four Halo games, and they look great. They're
Mm.
looking really polished. That Halo 2 multiplayer
Wow, yeah,
is looking slick.
it really
It's
was.
looking very good.
Yeah, I mean, I think the 100 multiplayer map announcement that was mad.
That's pretty incredible.
That's mad.
Yeah, they've been working extremely hard there. They
Yeah.
really are dedicated, aren't they? So
Yeah, so I
it's
think
good to see.
upscaling 6 maps for Halo 2. They
Right.
didn't really confirm anything else other
Okay.
than that there were 100 maps.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's fair to say that Halo was the biggest announcement there. Really, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the Halo 5 Guardians
mm,
not being, they're still not pushing it, which I'm not surprised by. I'm not
yeah, I think
surprised.
you were the only one out of the
Well,
games for a lot.
Kev said it as well, though.
Really?
Yeah. He was basically like, well, to be honest with you, me and Kev were both expecting another trailer,
Mm,
gameplay trailer, which are kind of, well, another story trailer, which is, we didn't really get a story trailer,
no.
but we got a glimpse at the new character,
Yeah.
and we got some kind of CGI cutscene, which is kind of what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting gameplay,
I was.
but we
So
got,
that was why I was a little bit disappointed.
again, we got a CG trailer
Yeah.
for the beta,
Yeah.
which doesn't really make sense to do that, but I guess there's stuff on the way. There's
Yeah.
going to be new armors for your made up Spartan, which is, I like all new armor and stuff like that. It's always fun, but
Mm,
I was expecting a little bit more if they were going to show beta.
mm.
Like showing gameplay of a multiplayer and then showing gameplay of like the single player is a totally different animal. So
Yeah.
they could have. I mean, they probably don't have anything to show at the moment, but they could have shown a little bit of multiplayer or something. But it's fine. It's what I was expecting.
Mm.
So
So other than that, then it was game, 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 game.
I totally respect that, and
Yeah.
I was totally wrong about them reinventing the UI.
I was completely wrong about TV.
Yeah,
Well, they mentioned it once
yeah,
with
yeah.
Halo Nightfall,
Yes,
which is the
which
Ridley
was a
Scott thing.
totally. Oh, I didn't see that coming at all.
Mm.
I was expecting, and it's going to be directed by Ridley Scott.
Produced by Ridley
Oh,
Scott.
produced.
Produced by
Sorry,
Ridley Scott.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't expecting Ridley
No.
Scott's name to be put to the Halo
Very interesting.
franchise at all.
Because
but,
last we heard it was Steven Spielberg, but I think that's something different.
that's something different.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
something to do with Halo 5, isn't it?
I've got a feeling that this new TV series might lead on with this new character. It might lead into that new character
Yeah.
or something. So
So,
interesting.
yeah, very interesting. So as I was saying, there was game, 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 game. I think the major thing was as well was the indie initiative,
Yeah,
trying to play catch up
and I
with
think
Sony.
they showed a crap ton of indie games on the horizon.
Yeah.
Some of which we already knew about. A few we were pointing out that we were like, yes, we've been looking at that for a long time, and a lot of new ones. Like that Cuphead.
Cuphead looks great.
That looks phenomenal.
That looks like a Disney thing, yeah.
Like a 1950s Disney cartoon. Like that just looks brilliant. That is awesome.
I like that they brought back Below as well.
Yeah. I've been looking at Below for a long time.
Yeah.
It's the same creators as Super Time Force, I think, and I still want to play Super Time Force, but look particularly good.
Yeah, it does.
Just extremely polished, almost like a Transistor style graphics to it, like that kind of style to it, which is really polished, really nice.
And from Playdead we had Inside.
Yeah.
Which looked creepy as hell.
Yes.
It did look creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Very much like Limbo in that respect.
Limbo. Yeah. I was gonna say yeah. It looks very good. It's very, very nice.
Very atmospheric. The people marching. It seems like that. It seems like they're going to go down that route again of not really having music in the game.
No, just creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. And also, one of Kev's favourites, Grave.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Grave
actually
maybe.
got mentioned.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait to see if Sony mention it at all.
Yeah.
Because Kev was mentioning it more for Sony. But yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Nice one, Kev. Thumbs up.
So yeah, I mean, loads and loads of indie stuff.
Yeah.
I think we had
Evolve was an interesting.
Yeah, so let's
minutes.
go on to that then. They spent a long time at the conference, around an hour, talking about all the games that are hitting this year or have betas this year.
Yes, yeah. There was a heavy focus on this year.
Yeah, there was.
Wasn't there?
There was, which is interesting because as I said pre-conference, I thought that their message should be that they've got loads of stuff coming. But we'll go on to the stuff that's coming in a minute.
Yeah.
But of the stuff that we've got this year, I was right about Call of Duty.
Well,
which is obvious. I think it was obvious, really.
Yeah, I mean, Call of Duty, we both thought it was going to hit first.
Yeah.
Which was the right move.
Yeah, totally.
I think, it looks extremely nice. It looks very, very nice, as long as that's actual gameplay and not just all made up. We saw the guy there with the little controller, but who knows what he was doing? He might have been doing. He might have not even played it before.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows if that's actually all gameplay or not? We don't know. It looks very, very nice. But one thing we did note was how linear of an experience it still was. So
the new era of Call of Duty.
The new era of Call of Duty really isn't the new era of Call of Duty at all, is it?
No.
Is it? It's going to be just as linear as before, but it looks very nice.
Yeah, it was very.
If that's enough for you,
fine.
then well done. That's done by it.
Titanfall-esque, very much.
Titanfall with the jump packs.
And the mechs, and the robots, and the looking through a screen to carry out your movement. Yeah,
it looks very Titanfall.
Yeah. Can you blame them though?
no, not at all.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced. It looks cool.
As we said pre-show, the only thing that can save it is Kevin Spacey, and he was shown once.
And literally no lines. It was just him turning around in a really dramatic way.
Yeah.
So not what I was expecting. But well, actually no. What was I saying? Exactly what I was expecting from Call of Duty.
So let's run down the list. Yeah, we'll go run down. Run down. So Forza Horizon 2.
Yep.
We knew about.
Cutscene looks good. Well, the cutscene was good.
There was no
gameplay.
No gameplay, which is surprising.
Which is weird, but
it's out on the 30th of September.
Expect that, I guess.
Yeah, so misses the October onslaught.
Yeah.
Which again we were expecting.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. Then we went on to Evolve.
Evolve looks stunning. It looks so good, but again, I guess you're seeing gameplay. But it's still just cut into a trailer. I would have preferred to have seen maybe like a live demo from them, but that might come later in other events or something.
I think the thing is because they decided to pack so much into that 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I counted around 20-21 games.
They did. There's a lot in there,
excluding all the indie stuff, because they would bring up to the 40s easily then. But
it's looking very nice.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you can say. I mean,
it
was a Swift. Yeah, it was a Swift thing. I mean, it was surprising to see that it was an exclusive beta and exclusive content as well for Microsoft. I was expecting a little bit. Yeah. Well, it just came out of the blue. I wasn't. Not that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it was just
very good.
Yeah. Well,
so Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
That possibly stole the show for both of us.
I think so.
I think it did, because I was really not expecting that. And I suppose like the whole 4-player co-op thing works with the name Unity now, so it makes sense. I love that dynamic. I love the look of that.
Achingly beautiful, but again,
we're going to play the crap out of that.
Yeah, it looks achingly beautiful, but if Watch Dogs has shown us anything, and their thing about was E3 PC or not,
they've had longer to perfect this.
Yeah, true.
That's
but regardless of whether it was running on an Xbox One or regardless of whether it was running on a PC, it looks very nice.
And regardless of graphics, the gameplay, and the fact that they're introducing a new dynamic to it is great. I just love Assassin's Creed anyway, so it doesn't need to have a new dynamic for me. But that's going to make it extra special.
When we were watching it, you remarked straight away, this reminds me of AC2, which is absolutely right. It really did. Like, you know, the way that you move through the crowd, the way, you know, the assassin was a lot more nimble than Connor was in 3.
Yeah.
But Edward was a little bit, you know,
Edward's pretty good. Yeah. He's a pretty cool character, but I'm glad that they're introducing a new one and 3 others. You know, I don't know how that's going to work in a single player capacity, but that's, you know, that's still to be seen. But I love the idea of
I love the idea of
play 4-player co-op. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of multiplayer will fit into that as well. Whether they'll add 4-player co-op versus 4-player co-op. That'd be very interesting. Imagine that. That'd be cool.
And obviously, at the moment, we've only seen the actual Animus parts of it, so we don't know how that's going to fit into the modern day story.
Yeah, true.
Or very true. What really? It could be interesting.
Yeah, then we had a CGI fest from Dragon Age 3.
Yeah, again, looks polished. It looks very slick, but it's just a CGI trailer.
Yeah,
it's hard to gather.
Yeah,
much from that.
Very similar to what we would be expecting from a Dragon Age, really. That kind of game. We already knew the release date of October 7th, so that was just EA being EA and saying we're there.
Yeah.
Which is what I thought they would do. It's not the game I was expecting, but it's the game that was there.
Yeah.
And then we come on to arguably one of the top 3 big ones, Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, which we had a little bit more given to us.
Yeah,
we don't really learn. You don't learn a lot more though.
No.
You know, you just see a bit more gameplay that you haven't seen before.
But again, if their message was games, they weren't going to say, well, this is 60 frames per second running at this, and this is how it all works. It
looked like it was running 60 frames. It looked extremely polished. I really, really hope that that's actual game footage, because it looked extremely slick. Very, very good. So hopefully that will run smooth. It's butter.
I kind of like the messaging of the game. It's very I don't know, it's just very radical, very
comic book.
Yeah, very much so.
Pow.
Yeah,
bam.
That big thing came up and he blew him up. It's like pop.
Yeah, and there was like blood coming out of the guy's head, but it said ouch.
Yeah,
I like that. It's cool.
It's good.
It's got humour to it.
So yeah, it was that CGI trailer, then followed by the gameplay trailer, then followed by more details about how many player you can play, 8-player online. But it's different.
The chaos.
Yeah, it was different from what I thought it was going to be, because at first I thought it was going to be a multiplayer online game all the time, but they were talking about campaign mode. So so that's
interesting.
And then finally the release date of October the 28th.
Yeah.
That's
not that far off.
That's a minefield.
Yeah.
We said that, didn't we?
That's true.
We should try and avoid the October rush, but
it'll be fine.
It won't be fine. Sorry.
I'll buy it. It'll be okay.
It's gonna get chewed up. Hopefully not too much though. I really want it to do well. Following on from the zaniness of Sunset Overdrive, we then had the Dead Rising 3 DLC, which is nuts.
It looks crazy, and it might actually make me play the game a little bit more, but I can't help but feel it's a gimmick.
Yeah.
It's just a gimmick to try and perk the game up, but it looked very cool. I like the fact that they've introduced all kinds of Capcom characters into it.
Like cell shading.
And they've got the cell shaded filter over the top, but it's not enough.
When it was announced, I didn't have time to write down the full thing.
It's trying to polish a turd, I think.
Yeah. So I didn't get the full name, but it is like Hyper something EX
plus Alpha 2. I
like
love that they've done that, and they're taking the piss out of themselves. That's what I want to see from Capcom, really, because they do have a good sense of humour.
Yeah.
They do have lots of outrageous characters that they can chuck into the mix, but it's just, I would like to see how much they're charging for that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend much money on that, really. I don't really enjoy playing that game. Anyway.
Has to be below a tenner if we're gonna.
It's got to be.
Yeah,
it's got to be.
Then we went on to some music stuff from Harmonix. Fantasia Music Evolved and Dance Central Spotlight.
Boring. I sort of switched off at that point a little bit, and then it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, that's
moving on.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
We then went on to Fable Legends.
Yeah.
Which has a beta this fall.
Interesting idea. I like that it's 4-player against 1 again.
The one player looks like it could be on a tablet or smart glass.
It could be. It's like an overhead, more strategy type of approach, which makes sense for that kind of role, I guess. It would have been nice if you could have like kicked in as a player as well. Maybe you can. They haven't revealed that yet. Maybe it could be like the final boss. Could be like 4 players versus 1 in a similar kind of environment.
I suppose we'll see more about what the game's about, but I wasn't expecting there to be a series of maps. It almost seems like there's a series of maps where they're going through 4-player, which is weird.
I've got to be honest, I'm a bit worried for it because it looks a little bit dull. Like I don't want it to just be a fetch quest. Go find the magical key of Mordor or whatever, whatever, and then
Mordor.
I don't know. And then that's all there is to the game, and then all you do is just play different maps. That would be incredibly dull if that's the case. I would prefer an actual like proper adventure.
Yeah.
You know, and a more like open world, personally. But I don't think that's going to be it. It might be extremely fun. They might be taking it down that road of like the Evolve type of approach, where it is maps, and it's like maybe it is just a carbon copy of Evolve, but in a more medieval fantasy setting. They look very, very nice, but it's not pushing the bar as to what like that kind of game can do. You know, like it's not nothing new.
At least on first impressions, we haven't got.
Exactly. Like, it's nice to see that we actually saw some gameplay of it.
Yeah, and we'll see that next year.
So I need
at some
to see
point.
more before I can say anything else.
Absolutely. Some more Project Spark stuff.
Really surprised it was just a cutscene.
Yeah.
I was expecting, like, there's already a beta out. We should be seeing more of the actual game rather than just a cutscene. And, like, you know,
interesting.
Not so much.
And then we got Ori and the Blind Forest, which looks very Rayman-esque.
It looks very pretty. It's very nice. You know, platformer. Sure. I suppose we could do with another platformer, maybe. But, you know,
it's got that kind of. I think they'll have the left stick and the right stick thing, like Child Light, like Rayman.
Did it have that little glowing thing that followed around?
Yeah.
It looked like it could be that, or it could be a 2-player experience.
Could be.
Probably both.
Yeah.
Probably a bit both. So that'd be. Yeah, I'm sure it'd be.
For those that like that kind of thing, they'll get their fill easily, very much.
Yeah.
And then, well, we've spoken about Halo.
Yeah, Halo's.
That was a big thing.
Looks awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're doing that.
Yeah.
Inside we've spoken about.
So then obviously it was the whole indie initiative.
Yeah.
Right, so on to next year's content then.
Yeah.
Which was, are we going to say underwhelming? Yeah, we are going to say underwhelming.
It's a bit underwhelming. I'm not that chuffed by it. I'm not.
Yeah, it was a series of third-party content. There was one first-party game, was that?
Yeah.
Crackdown.
Crackdown 3, which I didn't like the look of. It just looks like every other Crackdown to me.
Yeah, well,
cell shading.
That's what people wanted, though.
I'm a bit bored.
That's fair enough.
Of that.
That's fair enough.
Like Crackdown 2 was crap, and I really hope they don't do the same.
Crackdown 1 was awesome, though.
It was good, but I don't know. I'm bored of that.
It was interesting to see that they used that as a show closer, though.
That was a big surprise. I was not expecting that. It was a really underwhelming finisher.
It wasn't really like showcase as a show ender either. It was just like here's was it Dave Jones? Here's Dave Jones.
Yeah.
Here's Crackdown
3. Not so much.
Interesting. But yeah, the sea of third-party content. We saw Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Rise of the Tomb Raider. Interesting title choice because I thought the first remake Tomb Raider was Rise of the Tomb Raider. Apparently not.
Well, no, but that was the birth of the Tomb Raider.
Oh, the birth of the Tomb Raider. Wow.
That's
getting into Batman territory now.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, Lara Croft is Batman.
The Dark Knight Rises and stuff like that. Oh, great. Yeah. What's the next one going to be like? Tomb Raider Begins Again. It's like just get on with it.
Come on now, Lara Croft. Tomb Raider. Kev was right again.
He was right. Kev was right again.
Tomb Raider 2.
Well done, Kev.
Yeah, well done.
He's watching. Well done.
So yeah, I think it was good to see that Tomb Raider 2 is in the works.
Yeah,
at least.
It's good to see it. It's just a cutscene again.
Again, yeah.
But good to see.
Yeah,
we're glad that it's being made. So that's cool.
Moving on to what I'm already claiming to be the game of 2015.
Oh, okay. Go on then. You can lead this one.
The Witcher 3.
The Witcher 3 looks very good.
Yes, it does.
It looks extremely nice.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's going to be the game of next year.
It is, yeah. Already.
No.
It is, yeah.
No.
Sorry.
It looks very good. It looks very, very nice.
It's already sorted, mate. It's happened.
It's not happening.
It's Games HUD Game of 2015 already.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of thought that the section they showed was a little bit...
It's a bit bland.
Yeah.
The world looks very nice. It looks reasonably polished. It doesn't look incredible, but you know, there's certain elements to it. Like I love all the light effects and stuff like that.
It's going to be one of the biggest games ever made, so you can excuse it for a couple of texture issues.
That's fair enough. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
but
I mean the Griffin battle looked quite.
It looks
cool,
okay, but I've kind of already seen all that in other games. Really, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's not enough for me personally.
So I suppose Skyrim was enough for you, was it?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it actually was.
Well, in this you get boobs.
Oh, well,
and sexual content.
That's taking the gameplay forward. So.
It's a Skyrim of Game of Thrones. It's the Game of Thrones. Skyrim.
Skyrim. We've been drinking too many beers already.
No, we haven't. You have.
I have. I've sobered up with a bit of pizza.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna hit some more beers. So next time, next video, I'm gonna be smashed.
And then we had the weirdest. Well, weirdest. It was quite a strange announcement for Microsoft to make. Was Scalebound, wasn't it?
Yeah. What a weird looking game. So a really modern, emo, hipster looking dude with a pair of headphones, all of a sudden, in like a forest with dragons and multiple headed beasts, and then he summons some like medieval armor around him.
Put some headphones on, has some beats,
and
while you're slaying.
It just doesn't work for me. Platinum.
This is the thing. At the time, I said to you, like, just take it with a pinch of salt. Platinum know what they're doing.
Platinum know what they're doing.
They do know what they're doing.
But
so
I don't.
It'll be absolutely batshit mental, and it'll be good to play.
I just can't see that style working. like those two, like modern and then medieval fantasy.
Well, that's what Bayonetta 2 had, technically.
Yeah, it's all gothic and.
Then they had like super fast trains.
Yeah.
And like slick outfits.
A bit steampunkish maybe in a sense, but this is not that. It's trying to be modern mixed with medieval. Well, not medieval, but fantasy. I'm not sure if it works or not, but we'll see. It remains to be seen, really. Like it's too early, really.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was pretty much all the content from Microsoft's show. It was. Are we going to be fair and say it was okay, but underwhelming?
Underwhelming, I'd say. I mean, okay, it's all about the games. I totally agree with that.
But it was the games that they showed, you know.
Yeah, it needs to be more, really.
Yeah, because they need to come out. You know, we said pre-show, the games. we they spent the first hour talking about games we already knew about.
Yeah.
Which is fine and all. But E3 is about the spectacle and the wow and the showing.
They've totally dropped Kinect, haven't they? We saw one indie game where you potentially use the Kinect to allow your character to jump up your body, which is a great idea. But that's all we saw.
Yeah.
So they have abandoned it, I would say.
I'd say so.
Which shame. Oh, we skipped past The Division.
Oh, sorry, yeah, we did.
I think there was something else, and I'm glad that we saw gameplay.
Yes, some more.
It doesn't look quite as good as it did last year, but then that's what we were expecting, and I'm actually glad that they've made it look a bit more realistic, I'd say, as to what we're actually probably going to get.
Yeah.
Because we don't want a Watch Dogs where it looks jaw-droppingly beautiful, and then you get the game and it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look as good as it did. I prefer.
My worry is that it's going to be having a 3 E3 in a row.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be out early next year.
No. Definitely not.
Fatigued is the word I'd use.
Yeah.
Which is a massive shame.
Just ignore everything that you can see on it.
Well, we're going to probably see some. Well, we are going to see some more Division later on. Ubisoft. So
yeah, I guess so.
And if they show a PlayStation show as well.
No, I don't think they will.
No, of course they won't. Sorry, they got exclusive content on Microsoft platforms.
Yes. Which is a big surprise.
No, they announced that before.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Fair
So
enough.
that's that. I mean,
interesting. But yeah,
it was interesting to show that Ubisoft showed their hand a little bit by being on Microsoft stage this year. They have been a predominantly Sony company for quite some time.
Yeah.
And it was when I saw Assassin's Creed, I was like, oh, wow, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's Microsoft's conference.
Yeah.
That's that done.
There you go.
So for the next 14 minutes, well, we've run quite a while. 14 minutes, we will talk about EA quickly.
Okay.
Prior to EA's conference that will be airing at 8 p.m.
Oh, sweet. So we've got 15 minutes.
Yeah.
14 minutes. 14 minutes.
Right, awesome. On the clock then. I think EA is probably the biggest unknown, maybe apart from Sony, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because of what they've got in the background.
Yeah.
But they've shown a lot of stuff. We know a lot of stuff. But there are the question marks about Mass Effect, about Mass Effect's HD collection, about Mirror's Edge, whether it will be shown, about Star Wars Battlefront, whether it will be shown. What other Star Wars games have they got?
So basically, we know nothing then.
Well, we know what we know about Battlefield Hardline.
Hard
on. We know about Dragon Age.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
We know about The Sims 4. And we know about...
now, just quickly, is Sims 4 going to live up to Kev's expectations?
No. There's no way in hell.
You never know, okay?
A couple of Russians...
Kev's watching, you never know. It could happen. It's not
going to happen, unfortunately. So, out of the ones that we know of, what are you most excited about?
Mirror's Edge.
Yeah.
I could not... I just can't wait for that. Whatever we see of that, I'll be happy.
Yeah. It's it was refreshing. It did look like gameplay the first time we saw it in E3 2013.
Sure, but
you've got a vendetta against these gameplay things, haven't you?
I absolutely have. Ever since Watch Dogs. Well, ever since a lot of stuff. To be fair, I just don't trust anything anymore.
You can't enjoy it then.
I haven't really enjoyed it.
Are you excited about Battlefront?
I am.
Were you a fan back in the day?
Not particularly.
No?
To be honest with you. But I'll give this a go.
Okay. Alright, cool.
Worth a try.
So, if they came out last thing and said, here's Mass Effect 4, would you be happy?
I will wet my pants. And if I wet my pants, I will show my pants here on the live stream.
No, you won't. No.
It's going to happen.
No,
it's going to happen.
No, it's not.
So the people watching, brace yourself.
No.
Okay, because it's going to happen.
No.
And I'm willing to do that for the internet.
So moving on. I don't think we'll see Mass Effect 4.
No. It might be an announcement. Literally, you'll see one clip of something, and it'll probably be shots of space, and there'll be a voiceover, and it'll be a really deep voice, and then it'll come up Mass Effect 4.
I don't think we'll even see that.
Really?
No.
You think it's just not plausible?
Nope.
Really? Not for next year. I think it could be.
I think that they've confirmed it's out and it's being made. I think it's a little bit too early. Like you said about Halo gameplay.
Okay, interesting.
Because they haven't formed. Well, they've come out and said it's real, so no one really.
I still think they'll say something.
Okay.
I think it'll be a title announcement.
I think there'll be a HD collection though.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Would it?
I'd probably play them again.
Yeah. Okay.
Just for the sake of playing it again. I mean, it's a buggy pile of crap, but in terms of that, but
the first one is. The other two are fine.
They're a bit buggy. The third one crashed on me a couple of times.
Unlucky mate. What were you playing on?
PS3.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But I play them all again. I love those games to bits, despite any little bugs or whatever. It doesn't bother me at all. I absolutely love that universe. So I want more. That's what I want.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, we'll see some Hardline.
Yeah.
Which I've made no secret of how up for that game I am.
I need to see more. I like that they're changing up the formula.
You didn't see the 7-minute trailer, though, did you?
I saw most of it. I saw
okay.
probably like about half of it, but
right.
It's interesting. I'm definitely up for it. I'm up for the fact that they're changing up the formula. So, let's go with that. Let's just see.
Give me cops and robbers.
Bide our time and see what else they have to offer. I think that's what I'd like to see. But yeah, that's cool.
Okay, cool. Right, well, we have got 9 minutes.
9 whole British minutes.
Whole British minutes until over in LA they start EA's conference. So we will leave you there, and we will see you probably around 9 o'clock, maybe about 9:15, with our post EA thoughts. So thanks for listening to this and watching this, or whatever you're doing, and we will see you very soon.
Bye.